Welcome back, guys. Another episode of my vlogs or whatever you want to freaking call them. Got to change of plans. I'm doing my normal run to Melbourne. I'm going to Brisbane this week apparently, which I thoroughly enjoy doing because it's been 2 years since I've gone up there, and so to break the boredom up, I'm gonna be happy doing this run. So I've just hooked up to a double set. I've got to take it to Sydney, to the depot that I carted out of. Anyway, I'll just go and give the tyres a hit and we'll kick her into gear and get going. I'll just check the pin, make sure the rear trailer hasn't been played with and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, we'll go and check it over and make sure the lights are all good, and we'll get going. Alright, we're setting off. Excuse the mess on the bed.
Yeah, but they are on that introduction stuff, yeah.
So I've just been told that my trailers are changed, which means I get out earlier. So I'm not complaining about that. Just means I get in earlier, I get to bed earlier. I don't have to contend with traffic at the other end as much as I normally would. So things are winning today. Apparently there's only a few pallets I've got to chuck on the back of this set and I can skedaddle. All right, let's get out and do this. Well, we're out. So my couple of hours rest was only fucking half an hour. Excuse the French. But I've got out and my brother's travelling with me. He's got out at the same time. So he's doing a changeover tonight. I'm going right through. So we'll travel with one another up as far as, turn that bloody thing down. Up as far as, what do you call it, Port Macquarie. He does his changeover up there. All right. I'll turn the cameras back on when we get out on the highway because there's garbage in the city, and if you want to call it the city, and traffic lights and shit. It's just stop start. So we'll have a chat a bit later. So my brother turns off up here in a sec. As I was saying, me brother turns off up here. Okay, mate. You have a good night and stay safe.
Alright, mate, yeah, have a good night, be safe, I might talk to you tomorrow night.
Alright, catch you later.
Alright, mate, we'll pass somewhere anyway. Have you to go back up to 17 on this one?
Righto, so I've just pulled up at Knockrow on the edge of the highway here. This is my last break before I get in. I'm only, just under 2 hours from here in. So, log off. I'll get out, I'll go and have a walk around. Just make sure that everything's in the same place it was when I left. Like it was in the last spot I checked it at. And yeah, we'll go in from here. At this stage I'll be in about, I don't know, around 4:30 I'll be in up there. So it's been good coming up here actually. Haven't had to worry about animals. Haven't seen any. So usually Mondays you feel a little bit tired after the weekend because you're getting back into your night shift swing, but haven't had that problem so far. It was right as rain. It's like one of the guys I follow said the other day about taking rest breaks when you're not tired. It does sort of suck really, because yeah, it's after that is when you get tired, but I usually pull up once I start finding myself getting a little distracted. And yeah, for me, distraction's how I notice I'm starting to get a little bit tired, so I get out, but I haven't got to worry today. I'm not distracted, I'm not tired, I'm not, so, and I know I'm only less than 2 hours from being in where I've got to be, so for me, like, in that 2 hours, anybody could nod off, I suppose, but yeah, I get what he was talking about. So, all right, I've only been here 3 minutes, so I've still got another 12 or 14 to go. So I'll just sit in the truck and chill out, I suppose. Right, so that's our last 15-minute break. They give us an hour's break between Sydney and Brisbane, and yeah, like if I'm not tired, I won't use the whole hour. I just like to get in up here. But yeah, so I've had two 15-minute stop, or one 20 or 22 minute stop back down at Bulla Dealer, and this stop here for 15. I'm an hour and 3/4 out, and it says I can work for 3 hours before I need the next break. So I've got it well covered, unless something happens up here. I'll just keep my ears on the radio and make sure I've got everything covered as far as that goes in case something happens. So I got more time up my sleeve. But yeah, we'll just get along here and get going. There's not much to film. It's pitch black outside. There's no lights, so you can't really see anything. I haven't had any much trucks around me for a while. On my own since the other side of Gosford really. The last sort of trucks I overtook was all seen and passed, and some of them were turning off and things like that was around Gosford, and they were pulling over for brakes. So yeah, there's not much up here today. I don't know it's whether because I just got out earlier than I normally do, or I don't know, but obviously there's more freight coming to Brisbane than there is to Melbourne at the moment. So that's why I'm coming up here instead of going to Melbourne on my usual run. But like I said, I don't mind having to change. It breaks up the boredom. And it's probably why idiots that don't drop the headlights, it's probably why I'm still wide awake, because I'm enjoying trying to catch up with where I am. I used to come up here all the time, and I haven't, there was places on the way up here that I just forgot where I was. I look at my GPS or look at a road sign to see where the heck I was, but yeah, it's like it's foreign to me now because I haven't been up here for years. So, but oh well, let's keep cranking, and I'll see when we get into town a bit further. All right, so we've made it, and it's warm. It's going to be 30 all week up here, so hot today, hotter Thursday when I'm up here. So I've got the bunk cooler going. I'm going to get out, I'm going to go brush my teeth, and I will catch you guys a little bit later and show you what I'm going to have for dinner. G'day you mob, I'm back, I'm awake, and I'm going to cook myself some tucker. So this is down the back of the park where I'm at. Actually I'll do this is better. So it's a wetland park. Footpath goes all the way around it, and yeah, you can go for a run, a jog. But I'm down the back here on my own. It's out of the wind a bit. I was going to eat up at the table, but the bins smell like they need cleaning. They're a bit on the nose. So I'm going to cook myself some tucker here and then have a chew and yeah, see what I feel like doing after that. I might go for a walk, but I'll show you what I'm going to have for dinner. Rightio, bought some chicken stir fry strips. I got an Asian salad. I'm going to do two types of chicken because I'm going to cook it all, and that way I got cold chicken in for me stuff later on, and I got, you know, Texan style, and I got lemon and herb and garlic. So I can't eat plain meat. It just doesn't taste nice. I started smoking meat and things like that years ago now, and just plain meat tastes weird to me. So I like having a bit of flavour in me tucker. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get this on the fry pan and we'll get into cooking it. Oh, it's a bit windy up here today too. Bit of a bugger. I was going to mount my camera on the case so I could just, you know, cook away and let the camera do its thing. But case keeps blowing over. So we've got to hang on to it and do this way. That's a bit hot. Where's my knife and fork? Plastic fork on a fry pan is always a good choice too. Should have brought my metal ones down. Now I'll get a plate out. Somewhere to put the cooked chook. I'll keep going here. I'm not going to film it all cooking. Take me forever. And I suppose you're not interested in watching it cook. So I'll just keep going here and I'll join back with you later. Right folks, dinner's done. There it is there. I went with the Texas barbecue rub, a little bit of spice, the Asian salad. So it's going to sit here now, look at the view and have some tucker.